If you're looking for the best quiet air compressor, here's a list you must see. We made this list based on our personal preference and sorted it based on their features, prices, quality, durability, and reputation of the manufacturers and customer feedback. Also, we've included options for every type of customer. So let's get started. At the first position of our list, we have Bostitch BTF P2012 Pancake Air Compressor. Affordably priced with some great specs, the Bostitch CH BTF P2012 Pancake Air Compressor might just be the best quiet air compressor for the money. It can reach a max pressure of 150 psi with a high flow regulator that's great for running smaller pneumatic tools with an airflow of 2.6 standard cubic feet per minute as CFM. Like many modern compressors, this one features an oil-free, low-maintenance design. It's got a 6-gallon air tank with plenty of volume to keep you working without interruptions. Despite the large tank size, this tool weighs just 29 pounds, making it rather portable. This machine operates at 78.5 dB. It's quiet enough to have a conversation right next to, but you might have to raise your voice a little. But for the price, we don't think you'll find a quieter compressor with similar specs and all these great features. Moving on to the next at number 2 with California Air Tools 2010 Ultra Quiet Air Compressor. We tested quite a few quiet compressors for this list, and out of them all, the California Air Tools 2010 Ultra Quiet Air Compressor was our favorite. It's a great blend of quiet and quality, with plenty of power for most pneumatic tools. This compressor is equipped with a 1 horsepower motor that can move 3.1 cubic feet per minute, CFM of air at 40 pounds per square inch PSI, and 2.2 CFM at 90 psi. It operates at a mere 60 decibels, dB, quiet enough to have a conversation right next to it. One thing we loved about this compressor was a quick fill time of just 50 seconds from empty. It's got a 2-gallon aluminum tank with anti-rust protection. The oil pump is oil-free, eliminating the need for maintenance, and has an impressive 3,000-hour life cycle before wear. All of this weighs in at just 35 pounds, making it easily portable. Our only complaint about this machine is that the regulator was set too low from the factory. To fix it, we had to disassemble the compressor a bit, though the repair was quite simple overall. Still, we don't expect to make repairs to a brand new tool. The number 3 position is held by Stealth SAQ 12018 Ultra Quiet Air Compressor. With a massive 20-gallon air tank, the Stealth SAQ 12018 Ultra Quiet Air Compressor is one of the largest compressors we tested for this list. Despite that, the entire tank will fill from empty in just 70 seconds, which is faster than many 2-gallon compressors we've used. But this compressor offers a lot more than just a big air tank. You'll get 6 CFM of airflow at 40 psi and 5 CFM at 90 psi. The total max pressure for the system is 150 psi. Between the high pressure and airflow, there are few tools that you'll have a problem running. Even though this compressor is moving some serious air, it runs at just 68 decibels, making it one of the quieter models we've seen. To be fair, it's also one of the most expensive compressors we tested, and it's pretty large, taking up a lot of space in the workshop. You won't be taking this compressor from job to job, but for working in the shop, it's pretty hard to beat this mix of quiet operation, quick filling tank, and substantial airflow. Next at number 4, we have Dewalt D505140 Air Compressor. Compact yet capable, the Dewalt D505140 Air Compressor is just 9 inches wide and weighs in at only 24 pounds, making it one of the smallest and lightest compressors we tested. It operates at only 69 dB, so it's one of the quietest compressors we've tested as well. Like many compact compressors, this one features a low-maintenance, oil-free design. Also similar to other small compressors, this one has pretty limited airflow, which is what kept it out of our top 3. With a weak 0.75 SCFM at 90 psi, this compressor will have trouble running most pneumatic tools, though it's a great fit for crafting and airbrushes. To keep the size small, Dewalt opted for a 1-gallon tank on this compressor. You'd think that would mean it fills quickly, but that's not the case. In our experience, it took several minutes for the tank to fill. But this is a rugged and portable machine that's enclosed in a roll cage to protect the motor. It's a great compressor overall, but doesn't offer enough to dethrone the compressors that placed ahead of it. The number 5 position is held by Makita MAC210Q Quiet Series Air Compressor. The Makita MAC210Q Quiet Series Air Compressor is a compact compressor with a 2-gallon tank. But despite its small size, it's pretty heavy, weighing in at 44 pounds. This doesn't mean it's not portable, but it does hinder its portability. A lot of that weight likely comes from the roll cage that protects the whole unit, keeping it safe during transport. With an operating volume of just 60 dB, this is one of the quietest air compressors we've seen. Of course, it's also quite a bit more expensive than similar compressors. Still, it's loaded with great features like the maintenance-free design and low RPM operation that helps it achieve a longer lifespan than alternatives. With 2 CFM of airflow at 90 psi, this compressor might have issues powering pneumatic tools. It won't power anything large like a framing nailer. We even ran into a few problems running finished nailers on this compressor, which is why it didn't rank higher on our list. The number 6 position is dominated by Metabo EC28 MHBT Air Compressor. Metabo HBT used to be known as Hitachi Power Tools, but they're making the same high-quality tools that Hitachi used to be known for. This compressor is a solid offering with a few flaws keeping it from achieving greatness. But let's start with the good stuff first. This is a super quiet compressor that runs at just 59 decibels. It's also compact and portable, weighing just 25 pounds and featuring a convenient carrying handle on top. It needs almost no maintenance thanks to the oil-free pump. Finally, everything is protected by the steel roll cage that surrounds the compressor, and rubber feet keep it stable on almost any surface. Where this compressor falls short is with the quality control and the airflow. This machine only manages 1.3 CFM of airflow at 40 psi, which isn't enough to operate most pneumatic tools. Even finished nailers are too much for this compressor to handle. As for quality control, the gauges on ours didn't work when it arrived. After some investigation, we realized that they were warped, which was preventing the needle from moving. As it turns out, this is a pretty common occurrence with these compressors. Moving on to the next at number 7 with Campbell Hausfeld DC60500 Portable Quiet Air Compressor. With an operating volume of 68 dB, the Campbell Hausfeld DC60500 Portable Quiet Air Compressor is right in the middle of the pack for operating noise. Its 6-gallon air tank is on the larger side though, offering plenty of air to keep you working without needing to constantly stop and wait for the tank to refill. You also get 2.4 CFM airflow at 90 psi with a maximum pressure of 125 psi, which is plenty to run most smaller pneumatic tools like brad and thin pen nailers. Naturally, there's a downside to that larger 6-gallon tank: the weight. This is a pretty hefty machine at 60 pounds, even though it's advertised as a portable air compressor. It's portable, but not as easily as other models we tried. Our biggest complaint about this compressor though is the leaky fittings. From the factory, quite a few fittings were leaking, requiring us to take them apart and Teflon tape them. This isn't a big deal, but we usually expect our tools to work properly out of the box. The number 8 position is held by Senco P1010N Portable Hot Dog Compressor. With a 0.5 horsepower motor, the Senco P1010N Portable Hot Dog Compressor isn't as powerful as others we tested. You can really tell while waiting for it to fill up since it takes 2 minutes to fill the tiny 1-gallon tank from empty. While working, it will take 30 seconds to recover. So expect to pause and wait for it to catch up pretty often. Still, this is a quiet and portable compressor, operating at just 68 dB and weighing an easy-to-carry 21 pounds. It's a maintenance-free design with an oil-free pump. But that's not enough to make up for its shortcomings. When we tried to set this compressor to low pressures below 50 psi, the regulator knob started leaking. We couldn't get it to stop no matter what we tried. But that must not be the only leak because this machine seems to lose pressure abnormally fast. For us, this compressor caused far more frustration than it was worth. Next at number 9, we have Briggs & Stratton 74050 Quiet Power Air Compressor. Briggs & Stratton is known for making engines. Compressors, not so much. But we decided to test their Quiet Power Air Compressor. After all, it looks good and it's priced reasonably. We were hoping for a pleasant surprise, but we got the opposite. There were things about this machine we liked. For instance, the oil-free pump that doesn't need maintenance. It's also got decent airflow, 2.4 CFM at 90 psi. But that's all we have to say in defense of this compressor. At 60 pounds, it's a bit of a bear to move. There are tires on the back that make it easier to roll, but good luck if you encounter any stairs. The advertising for this compressor claims it's 80% quieter than standard Briggs and Stratton air compressors. Well, those must be deafening, because this one operates at about 70 dB. The worst thing about this tool is its operation. It takes several minutes to fill the 4.5-gallon tank, but it doesn't hold pressure once full. You can actually watch the pressure in the tank dropping. We gave the Briggs and Stratton Quiet Power Air Compressor a chance, but we can't give it a recommendation. Finally, the number 10 position is dominated by Makita Max 700 2.0 HP Air Compressor. The Makita Max 700 Big Bore 2.0 HP Air Compressor is not the quietest product in this list, but it is the one I use. For the last 10 years, it is rated at 80 decibels, about the noise of a garbage disposal or a dishwasher. But it does not run continuously like a dishwasher. Just short and sweet to get the tank full. A little heavy at 60 pounds. Probably partially due to a cast iron pump, but easy to carry. I have hauled it into and out of more houses than I can remember when casing windows and did not pant too much. It is also a little top heavy, so strap it down when transporting it. The big bore cylinder and piston fills the tank quickly at a lower RPM, 1,750 RPM, while producing a lower decibel level, 80 decibels. Shorter and fewer strokes per tank fill extend the life of the machine and uses less electricity. One of the largest motors available on a small tank compressor enables it to refill quickly. Delivers 3.3 CFM at 90 psi and 3.8 CFM at 40 psi. Maximum pressure in a 2.6-gallon tank is 130 pounds. 2.0 horsepower engine has never tripped a breaker on me, although it really appreciates being warmed up before starting at 20 below zero. Overall, a solid, well-built, durable air compressor is well worth the investment. With oil lubrication and a serious air filter, you will have a long-lasting tool that performs better than expectations. That's all for today. We upload auto product review videos every single day, so don't forget to subscribe and the bell icon for the upcoming video notification.